can't record it?
No, you can't record it.
No, well, you can't.
This is so weird looking. Look at this. You look look face that way. You look clean right there, right? And then you turn the other way. And but now you're dirty. And your hands are so dirty too. Like half clean.
Alright, I just had to change the starter in the Corvette. It took forever. I got really dirty, so I rinsed off because we're gonna be working with clean stuff, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Brought you a little.
He brought this. You're gonna help, Alberto. You didn't just bring it.
Not only did I
That's what we
brought
forgot.
this. Wait, don't fuck it up. Oh damn it! I brought this too. So
What is that?
Install the piston rings properly.
Okay.
Where the rings?
What did we forget?
Guess what we forgot?
What did we forget?
The piston
Compressor?
Compressor, yeah.
Well,
Son of a bitch.
I just wanted a loose ring, whatever. It's fine.
We can at least file them down and get them assembled onto the
No,
piston.
we can go get them. Get it.
We have Alberto here, who's the engine building Wawa eating expert. He's gonna help.
You should like freeze his picture and write engine building while we're eating
expert.
No, you gotta get help.
He's
from
gonna
the
help.
one and only big boost over here.
Big boost. Do it
You're
again.
gonna get the treatment on the Miata.
We should make him a shirt that says
Wait,
big
you need
boost.
We
a
should.
bigger turbo.
And it's like an arm like
I
this.
can't do big boost with a small turbo. It's not happening.
That's accurate. All right, we're getting to work. We're getting to work now. Marco's cleaning the journals with carb cleaner.
Clean it harder.
He's using brake cleaner to clean things on the motor. I don't even know what I'm saying right now. So the story Alberto was telling that he had to stop telling when I came up with the camera was absolutely hilarious. I wish you guys could have heard it, but grade A, very funny.
Gene
This is a
Paris,
fucking
you're the
horrible
man.
comment.
What?
Oh, there's this awesome thing that happened, but I'm not gonna tell you about it.
We can't tell them.
All I'm
Yeah.
gonna say is,
This is dumb.
Gene Paris, you're the man. I like you. I like you.
Oh my god, people are gonna find him. I hate you. Don't do it. I heard what you said.
I broke this thing.
The other reason why we're starting super late is because Alberto more got to tow Adam's car because of the fire, because it burned. I don't think I've personally ever had a block this fresh and so clean before. I said this fresh and so clean. So fresh and so clean. Look at that. Look at how clean that is. Alright, we are going to put the main bearings in and the crank in. That's step number 1. I asked on Twitter for you guys to, hold on, I need my phone. I asked on Twitter for you guys to ask me questions relating specifically to this, and I think you guys thought I meant like a Q&A. Let me see if I can find a good one.
It's just scary.
Someone asked for a quick shot of the necessary tools. I guess we'll just kind of go over them as we go. It's basic hand tools though. Piston ring compressor and this thing to put the rings in, and this to grind the rings to gas them properly. So those are the 2 specific tools plus the piston ring compressor, so you can compress them and put them in. So that's we'll go step by step since there's not really any specific questions on building a bottom end that I could answer. All right, we're done.
One bearing in, that's it, that's all it needs.
No, we don't need multiple bearings. Why would we need multiple bearings?
It's like,
Look at Alberto over there on the phone, not even helping. He claims to be a master engine builder. I can't hear you. Go find that Cuban girl again.
Oh man.
He's talking about the Cuban girl at the gas station that he's in love with. Yes, you are. Don't lie to me.
You also wanna come see me.
I know it's not fair. Who couldn't love this man over here?
Right?
I'm gonna go ahead and put these oil squirters back in before we forget. Marco's professionally cleaning the crank here because we kind of totally forgot to do that.
man right there.
No, hey.
Ah, it's gonna get on the lens. I hate you.
What? I'm cleaning the hole.
So we're gonna clean the crank, put the crank in,
You got a air blower?
bearings in the caps on. That's the next like 2 steps. Marco and Alberto are already arguing.
We always argue.
So do me and Marco, it's okay.
I'm just saying he's just
Is Alberto
he's going in deep and he's just
Alberto the
putting
estranged wife?
everything he's got into it. I don't know. Is Alberto what?
the estranged husband? Because I'm like your main husband now. Is he like your ex?
Why do I get? Why? No.
You're the wife. We all know this. We've all agreed that Marco's the girl. Alright, well they're installing this.
He's the one who wears.
I'm gonna clean. I'm gonna clean. That's the plan. You guys get the idea of what's going on here.
What are you doing?
Cranks in, bearings in the caps.
I don't have new ones.
What? No.
This was supposed to be a time lapse, but it's just gonna be them two bickering for like a whole video.
I'm serious.
I feel like this video is gonna make half an hour of you two bickering. You're worse than me and Marco are.
The same. Look, they're the same piston, except this one says STD, so it has a STD.
Exactly. Why would you use that one? Why would you use that one?
Same thing.
Sounds like you're common to
Same bottom, skirt, everything. Just a shiny. Well, no, it's not shiny. You got a polishing thing or something.
Oh my god.
Clean. It's clean.
It's
piston.
I'm editing that out.
I'm not betting $5 because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Alberto's playing games over here.
Right. Where's the screws? Right.
Facing the right way. You put it facing the right way.
It's a good thing.
Talking. When you talk, you don't do things right.
It's a,
Automatically anyway. This shit every day.
it's a good thing Alberto's here because, you know, he's very helpful. If you have any attractive Cuban sisters that are single, send them Alberto's way. His Instagram's gonna be below. He got his heart broken earlier today.
But I'm Cuban, bro.
Well,
I already got my
Twins. These suck to take off because you gotta walk them off. But they're the old ones, so it doesn't matter. But you basically go like that. Then you just push it down, and then you just walk it all the way around. I'm over here struggling, trying to walk the rings.
Marco was explaining how you walk the rings, and then watch this.
And Alberto comes over here. He's like, "Wait a minute, I brought this. Look at this. You just put it in here, and you go like this, and it comes right out." Then you do the next one. This is ridiculous. This changes the game. Like, I can do this all day. How many pistons we got? 8? 12? I'm doing it.
We got four.
go.
We got four, Marco. It's a 4-cylinder.
He already messed it up. Look.
Is Marco just throwing stuff everywhere?
I'm so excited. I've never had one of these. I always sit there like walking the ring very slowly.
Well, what does it do? What is it for? Not just that. Why does it take it off like that and not the way that you were taking it out?
So you don't fucking break it.
No, you don't twist the ring while taking it out.
That makes sense.
It expands it naturally in the same shape, so you don't twist the ring and it deforms and weakens it, and then you break rings.
I have broken rings.
I've broken a ring too, trying
Break
to put it on.
rings, but you scratch the piston too. You make lines.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
Nice.
It's easy, and then.
And then look how much cleaner this is.
Like, holy crap! Look at this piston.
That one's ugly. That one looks like you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Alberto. Alberto, you're awesome tonight.
Fucking set up.
It's smaller, so I got me on the frame. Now I'm on the frame.
We didn't set up the shot. You did.
Like, I have no head. Look, like the headless engine.
Can you get back to work? Stop.
So tiny.
Get back to work.
Why are you so tiny? Like, it's like this tall. So this is a regular OEM retainer clip for the dowel pins, and this is a better circlip locking one
That comes
that
with
the
the new
Chinese
pistons.
pistons bring, which is a lot better.
Alright, so when me and Marco were talking about doing this yesterday, I'm like, oh, we just put the crank in, it takes no time at all, and then you forget how tedious it is. Like, I had to scrape the main caps, and you've got to clean everything to a T, because this is when it's really important. Like, if you don't clean something and dirt gets behind the bearing or on top of the bearing, it's going to scratch the crank, and then all bad. So even with 3 of us, this is still taking time. Like, we're not just flying through this. I mean, it's now 11:30. We pretty much started at about 10:45, so it's been 45 minutes, and we haven't even fully got the crank in yet.
That one's 2 steps fine. So
Can you re-explain that, Alberto?
What?
What are we doing?
So we're gonna torque the main caps down. So
Okay.
the torque speed is 43. Normally you do 3 steps when it's like for like 60. You do like 20, 40, 60. When it's only 40, we're gonna do 2 steps. So first step is to seat the caps down, and then the second step is to finally torque the bolt.
Yay.
In the proper sequence.
So you clean this with brake cleaner already, right, and everything?
Yep.
Brush cleaner, yeah.
Look how much you didn't get off with just that.
He's like a salesman for ATF right now. Now look at how much the ATF cleans off the cylinder walls.
Alberto will knock on your door and sell you some ATF.
Fine, I wish I had smaller hands because look, I have to have one finger out of the hole because it doesn't fit.
It's because you're fancy. It's because you're fancy. It's like when you drink tea.
Oh, like I'm fancy. Like,
Do you normally put all the fingers in the hole? Wow.
Wow.
Side note, I totally did not expect Alberto to come. It was just kind of like a last minute thing where I hit him up today about the piston ring filer thing, and then he was down to help, which thank God he did. Super helpful. Me and Marco could have done it ourselves, but Alberto's an expert. It's always nice to have an expert.
I definitely did not know about that transmission fluid thing, so we would have not have done that.
You're right.
I have put together a couple of motors, and I have never done that, but I'm going to do it from now on.
Alberto's an expert, so it's always nice to have an expert or somebody who's very experienced help you with something like me and Marco have built a couple motors in our lives, but we don't build them every day or all the time. The last time I built a motor was 2 years ago, something like that.
Mine was 3 years.
Always have an expert double check you. That's all I'm saying. The paper towel rolls. Plus Alberto's OCD AF, so he makes sure his shit is like dialed clean. Do you guys remember how organized this was before? Look at how much of a mess it is now.
well, my spot is fairly organized.
That's not organized at all.
This is so cool. Oil ring.
It has all the rings separated. Top, second. Well,
Alright, we're gonna install.
we're
all the
using
oil
brand
rings
new
first.
pistons as well on
We're
this
gonna do
build.
that.
What are you doing, Alberto?
Well, first I install the oil rings since you don't got those barely ever, and then you use them as a stopper. So when you're gonna measure the piston ring gap, you use the oil ring to stop right there and even. You don't put the piston ring at the top of the piston the cylinder. You put it like a little bit down. It's about the perfect height to set your piston ring gap. Because you always gotta measure like more towards the center of the cylinder wall.
And it keeps it. You can push it down to make sure it's even, right?
Yeah, with this,
Yeah.
you put it all the way flush and it stops it right there, so it's perfectly flat.
Okay. So once we put the rings in, we're gonna measure the gap in the ring itself while it's in the cylinder, and then we'll follow them as necessary until the gap is where we want it. What are we shooting for? Do you know?
I gotta.
We gotta
what's the
look.
bore size?
We gotta look up what we're shooting for.
What's the bore size?
I don't remember. We're gonna look it
What
up.
does it say on the box?
But for a gap, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
But we are going to gap the rings larger than
The
OE
box is
for
not gonna say
the increased heat and thermal expansion because of the boost. So we are definitely gapping the rings. That's why we're using new pistons and new rings and all that
Where's the box?
to prevent any possibility of what happened last time and the
It
time
doesn't
before.
say either. So, this is my special bicycle piston ring gap calculator. So I always use this for either standard pistons or any other brand. It's really helpful. So I go off like high performance straight and strip instead of like turbo nitrous. So with the 45 and 55 ring, you have enough gap to run turbo, but not too much gap to have blow by. You have to sacrifice one thing to the other. This one is like the happy medium gap. So by this measurement, with your bore size, we're gonna be doing 14 top ring and 17 second ring. So that should be like the ideal piston ring gap for this hanging.
Perfect.
Oh my god.
I went to pick this up and it just, I couldn't stop.
It's one way, one the other way. And piston rings assembled.
Yay.
And the whole thing again.
Yeah. Alberto just explained all this to me because I was telling him I had concerns about his choice of ring gap, but he's built a ton of race motors, so I know he is more experienced than I am. Being that I thought that was the problem before, I wanted to make sure that we got it right this time. So let me grab the pistons. So these are the old pistons, which I didn't really show you guys in detail. So explain what that is that they're looking at, Alberto.
The right there is melted piston caused by detonation.
Or it being lean, right?
Well, too much timing or lean, those pistons will not forgive you anytime you do that because they're too weak. So you gotta run a little bit more conservative tune on OEM pistons than you will do with race pistons. Any knocking, piston's gone.
Move your head down, you're not even in the shot. Any knocking, the piston's gone. He's saying
there's oil all over the table.
It's fine, it's fine. So basically he's saying that, you know, you can do that on stock pistons, but we think the tune was just a little bit too aggressive for me running 1, 10 pounds of boost and 2, you know, non-forged pistons. We went a little too hard on the tune trying to make some power. We kind of knew it was a little bit risky of a tune, but I was okay with rebuilding it again. But that's why this time I'm rebuilding it all proper, and then we're gonna richen up the tune, definitely take some timing out of it and make sure this doesn't happen again.
Yep, that should do it.
And the motor is going to be built proper this time.
Right, I'm kind of happy that I was right about something.
He's saying when the rings expand like that, it'll break in between the ring lands right here, not just here. So, ring gap is good. Rings are on the pistons, all ready to go in. We just got to clean up where the rod bearings go, install the rod bearings, install the pistons, and we're good to go.
We actually went a little bit higher or bigger ring gap since Taylor didn't have the valve latch adjustments that I wanted, so I went one size bigger than what I said
So we
before.
went 18, 15, or 15, 18. 15 top ring, 18 bottom ring. I need more paper towels.
I need less than that. That'll work.
So that's that. We are moving on now to the final assembly of the short block.
Ready to go in.
18, 15.
Okay, so you compromised. I like.
Well, I compromised because he didn't have 14 and 17 on the filler gauge. There wasn't there, so I had to go with what's there. That was the next available thing.
That's okay. I'm happy with those numbers.
Okay, cool. We're good.
Everything, don't you?
Now it's like
it's very slow, yes.
perfect. How you want it? You don't want any more than that. Any more than that's like not too much. But you don't want it to be like too close. If it doesn't move, it's like, oh fuck, it's too tight.
If it's any more than that, what is it?
Then it's too tight.
Oh.
Well, sometimes the rods can be out of round, and then we won't do that. Like that's perfect. I mean, they were fine before, but you just have it already done so many times. I already know what it feels like.
I know what it feels like.
Don't feel like it. Use your tools. I'm just saying it's a little thing I do.
It's just a double check.
Yeah.
They're all installed. We just need to torque them down now.
With the injection pump? Yeah, so these handies are Why did you guys do it? At the same time, we're like...
And they all look pretty even. Look, no scratches. Perfect.
You know what I'm talking about?
Alberto, you're amazing. Alberto, you have to come here. And Marco. Alright, that's it for tonight. I'm waiting on an oil pump to come in because I'm putting a new oil pump on it so I can put the oil pan on it. Then I can flip it over and do the head and everything. I'll probably do the head and all that stuff tomorrow. I don't know. There's a lot more work to be done tomorrow, but that's it for tonight. Come here, Alberto. Thank you so much. You're the best. Give me a hug. He's not even giving me a hug.
Alright, let's give him a hug. A big boost hug.
Huge shout out to Alberto for coming over last minute because he had some time to help us make sure we didn't mess this up. Because I want to make sure everything's good. And like I said, if you have any hot Cuban sisters, send him your boy's way because he's thirsty. And all right, close it out with the signature move.
Twin sisters, okay? I need to get in on this.
Marco needs a sister too. So any Cuban sisters out there?
I need hand cleaner. That's more important right now.
Okay, but close it out. Close it out. The signature saying, Alberto, close it out. You're in the video.
Get ready to
It's a production.